First of all, I want to credit Central Arkansas. I think they're a very good club. I think they're going to win a ton of games in the Southland Conference. And they have an older crew. They have a lot of seniors and juniors who have been around for a while, and it's apparent that they want to win baseball games. And I thought the all-day kid is, man, he's a very, very good player. And they're up and down their lineup. They do a really nice job. And what they really do a good job of holding their ground in the batter's box. And they'll take the HBP. I think we had 5 more today, if I'm not mistaken, on the mound. And I think they had 2 walks. And we had 2 walks and we had 5 HBPs, so that's 7 base runners. In our industry, they call those freebies, but there's nothing free about them. You got to stand in there, hold your ground, and get hit by the pitch, and that's what they did. We had several opportunities like that in the last 2 days that we didn't take advantage of, and that's not good coaching on our part. That's our identity, that's who we are, and we just forgot about what our identity is offensively for the last 2 days. So, that part needs to get better quickly, because if it doesn't, we're not going to be the team we want to be. But I believe in our kids, I believe in their work ethic, and I believe that they're going to play better than this. But I thought Central Arkansas played really well in these last 2 ball games, and I thought Kendall was very serviceable today. I thought he really competed hard, and he seems to get a little bit better every time he goes out there. So I think he's going to be right where he needs to be come conference time.
This time of year, John, you talk about playing against the game itself, and obviously, Central Arkansas played well, but how much of it was that too, with the double plays and hit bats?
Oh yeah, there's no question. We took the swings that their pitcher wanted us to take, and that's, when you do that, you're gonna lose ball games. We were not disciplined enough, forceful enough, stubborn enough to take our swing. We took the swing that he wanted us to do, and that's what our pitching staff's been doing all year. That's where 24, 25 double plays defensively come from. So we took the swings that he wanted us to take, and that's really disappointing. So that's either treat it as a learning experience, and you got spring break coming up, and we have a lot of opportunities to work on these things, or you let it get to you. So I think our kids are pretty resilient. I think they'll bounce back from this.
Kendall and Mitch both just said, those are 2 seniors, just we're not going to let this snowball, we're not going to let this. You kind of rely on your leaders in the clubhouse.
Yeah, Mitch is an unbelievable leader, and so is Kendall. And if you don't have that leadership, you got no shot, because that's what every great club has. They have guys who allow things to happen, and who really kind of force things to happen with your ball club. So we have great senior leadership. Again, we just had a little bit of an identity crisis for the last 2 days, and I think our seniors will definitely help that cause, help our kids find what their identity is.
If the HBPs can be set aside, just like you said about Mitchell yesterday, Graveman, they weren't really missing big. They were right there on the corners a whole lot.
Yeah, I thought we made pretty good pitches at times, but their guys just had better ABs than our guys. I thought the pitching was very similar the whole weekend, but their guys had better ABs than our guys had, especially over the last 2 days, and I thought it really showed. So we need to have better ABs to have a chance to win baseball games.
Can you update on Lindgren today?
Yeah, I think he's moving around okay. I think we'll see a doctor tomorrow morning, hopefully, and we'll find out what the nature of it. For now, he really believes he can run on it right now, so I think he's going to be okay. And of course, the minute you're 2 at-bats into a ball game, you lose your starting guy. That's the thing that depletes your bullpen a little bit. Even if bullpen is deep as ours, you got a 1-inning performance on a Tuesday, and you got really a 2-batter performance on a Friday. Those 2 things are going to deplete your bullpen a little bit. So what Kendall did today was special, because that really helped our bullpen situation.
Look, CT okay after that dive in center field?
Yeah, CT's fine, absolutely, and he's going to be there, and he's going to be one of our main guys for sure. He threw a lot of innings for us this weekend. And I think he had 4 performances, 4 different mound appearances in 2 days. So trying to give him a little bit of a rest and get him ready for conference play.
A lot of innings you hope for out of Polio on Tuesday night.
Yeah, I think we need Polio to get us deep into that ball game. We'll use him. He's pitched well against Southern Miss. He's pitched well in that ballpark. But it's a new year, new situation. But you'd like to think he can get us deep into a ball game and give our bullpen. But the fact that our bullpen, even if they're just going to get 1 day's rest, is really going to help our cause.
well for Kendall today, Mitch? It seemed like he had good sink.
I mean, with the wind blowing, it's always going to help a sinker ball guy like that. He had good command of everything. We're just getting ground balls, and just they put some balls in play and just found their holes.
Talk about their pitcher Biggerstaff.
He was nothing special, nothing we never seen before. He just threw strikes, and early on in the game, I thought we hit a lot of balls hard that just found their gloves, and and he just continued to compete, and that's all you can ask for a guy like that.
Double plays and then a couple of errors. I just feel like that's not typical of y'all because it hasn't been really.
No, it's not something that's typical of us. I mean, like I said, that guy, he wasn't anything special, but he competed. He stayed down in the zone. And they executed on the double plays. Like I said, we hit balls hard, and that's what has to happen to hit a double play. Is like we gotta hit a ball hard in order for them to turn two on us.
How do you feel about the state of the starters coming out of this weekend? Haven't had some control issues. Kendall, good and bad.
I think we're in pretty good shape for the most part. We've got 4 guys even that can step in and do their job and step into a role and just compete.
Fans will look at stat sheets and see the number of guys that hit, but otherwise, everything, there weren't the big misses like in previous weekends. Maybe Evan was close, Kendall was close. It's like the pitching is that close to being really good.
And that's just it. Is it's not like we're all over the place. It's not it's not like balls are getting hammered on us. It's it's little dribblers here, and it's a close walk here and a close hit by pitch there, and that's what happened in the last 2 days, and that's never hit by pitches and walks are never gonna be your friend as a pitching staff.
How much can y'all learn from this series just for your pitchers facing a disciplined offensive club like that?
I think facing an experienced club, the SEC West, the west side of the conference, that's how most of it is it's a lot of returning guys, and I think that's gonna benefit us in the long run, especially with losing this weekend. Obviously, no one wants to lose. That's not it at all. But it's a good learning experience because we're playing the wrong game to go undefeated.
With Kendall being a single baller, the rule of thumb usually for those guys is they can go on short rest. With Jacob kind of being in limbo, he said he could go on a Friday or Saturday. Kendall just as well as anybody. And
yeah,
that seems to be his MO.
Yeah, Kendall. If you have to ask Kendall to turn around, he'll be ready to go. And like you said, we're sinker ball guys. A lot of them pitch better when they're tired because they're not trying to overthrow and they're just letting that ball sink. And that's a decision the coaching staff's going to have to make, given, if Lindgren is unable to go.
Looking like Tuesday night, Luis again, he's had a lot of success against the Southern Miss, and y'all love playing in Pearl.
Absolutely. Just, something to look forward to. Get back on the field tomorrow and practice and, prepare for Southern Miss on Tuesday.
Oregon 2.
Had some good innings there and some innings that didn't quite get the ball over the plate there. Just back and forth.
Yeah, I thought I got the ball over the plate the whole game. I had 7 strikeouts. I had a lot of ground balls. I don't think that was the issue, but it worked for me. I had ground balls, good sink. What more can you ask for?
Let's talk about their approach to the plate. I mean,
they're a good team. They're a junior, senior lineup. They've been together for 4 or 5 years now. They're going to hit the ball. They're going to do a good job. I don't see anything that we didn't do as a pitching staff we haven't done all year, but location sometimes was the key for us. But like I said, they're a good team. We'll just have to battle back and fight back, win a midweek game, and come back ready to play LSU next week.
What was working for you today, Kendall?
The wind was good, so I had a good sinker. Changeup was good. I think I threw 2 curveballs. So since the changeup was so good, I just stuck with that. Just kind of kept them front to back off balance. And after we started doing that, kind of rolled through a couple innings there in the middle of the game.
Just coming off 2 losses, obviously y'all haven't experienced that this year. How do you just feel about the ability of this team to bounce back?
We'll be fine. We've got a lot of leaders in the clubhouse, and we'll get this right.
Kendall, the rule of thumb for sinkers and callers is that they could come on short rest if he needed to. So with Jacob kind of being, kind of out in limbo, do you feel like you maybe be able to
that's a good
pitch on Friday or Saturday?
Good point. Yeah, my arm bounces back fine. I can throw a bullpen on day 3. Most of our guys throw it on day 4. And and I'll be fine. So if they need me on short rest, I know I'll find out later next week. Hopefully find out Tuesday or Wednesday what day I'll be throwing, and if they need me earlier, hopefully Jacob will be fine. I think he's walking around fine. He did a little lift today, so that's a good sign. And we'll be ready to go next weekend against LSU.
You've seen every kind of situation in your years here, so being one of the captains, when the guys assemble and watch the film, what will you stress to them about reviewing this and going ahead in next week?
Right, and if you remember, we lost we got swept by Southeast my freshman year, and it took a turn for the worse after that, and I won't let that happen with this team. And I don't think a lot of the guys, Ben Bracewell, Jonathan Holder, Mitch Slauter, it won't happen this year, so we'll get it right.